Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Let's see. Can you believe everything is set up? However, it's not without its hiccups. The past couple days, the PC has been a little glitchy. Well, I failed to realize that there was something I needed to do to remedy that. And that is, you always have to check and make sure that there's not a software update. Well, I only just discovered that recently, so I can't do the software update. But if anything gets glitchy, then you know why. So, anyway, that's enough of that. Who shot John? But yeah, that's what the problem is that there is in need of a software update. And it took me 2 days to go, duh. I wonder if there's a software update. There is. So I'll do that after I'm done here. So I was inspired. I was inspired. Oh, by the way, you guys, uh, let's cut to the chase. Don't forget, there is a fundraiser for the World Central. There is a fundraiser for the World Central Kitchen, which I hope I remember to refer to that again later. But Tina is there. Michelle is not. There's guest speakers throughout this squadathon, which is going on for 8 hours. So from now until, well, let me see, I guess it's 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then so on and so on. So there is that going on. And if you haven't made a donation for that as of yet, don't forget that you have another, I guess, 5 hours to do that. So, yeah, you still have another 5 hours to go there and make a donation to the World Central Kitchen, which I believe they're actually in Buffalo right now because unfortunately, like so many communities that are predominantly Afro American or African American rather, there is only that one source of grocery store available. Other than that, as you know, in some African American communities, we suffer from what's known as a food desert. And so you only got the local convenience stores or the dollar store, the liquor store, something like that. But you may not have a, you know, traditional American grocery store. So World Central Kitchen is there to feed people. And that's what I love about World Central Kitchen is that there's nothing political about it. They're just people helping people. And it is rumored that who knows, maybe someday there will be a Nobel Peace Prize for Chef oh gosh, Andreas oh gosh, I can't remember his whole name. But anyway, there may be a Nobel Peace Prize in his future. So, anyway, Mary Hiker yesterday, I think she asked me in a comment. She said, "Have you ever seen Romper Room?" Romper Room, and of course, being a baby boomer, of course I know Romper Room. So in Romper Room, they I kind of hijacked that a bit, only for the sake of parody. But that is my version of the Romper Room um, sign. And to make a long story short, in the very start of the Romper Room episodes, oh my goodness, what was the Romper Room lady's name? I mean, I totally forgot all of that. But anyway, going back to my childhood is easy because some people are not sure that I ever left. So in Romper Room, there's always this part where she holds up the mirror and romper, stomper, stomper, do, tell me who, tell me something, blah, blah, blah today. In other words, who's here? And then she'll say, well, I see Church Nellie, Lydia Washington, Amelia something, and Connie Bomber. I see Connie Bomber and Hazel and Melina, and that's how she does it. She just names all the people. And of course, I thought it was a bit unfair because if you are African American, chances are they don't see DeAndre or Tyshawn or Tramika. They don't see any of those people. She never saw people like that. She only saw like Sarah, Amy, Todd, and for modern days, they see, of course, Connor, you know, Wade. So I was always a bit bothered by that because not one time did she ever say, and I see Baron. Nobody ever sees Baron. Baron is like, I mean, let's face it, it's a dog's name. People name their dogs Baron. So um, the likelihood that she would mention that on the, you know, um, romper room was little to none. So, but guess what? On Royal Sussex room, I see Baron, I see Josephine, cookies and cream, I see Tracy, I see Mo, I see Miss P Talks, I see TP, Verta Sanchez. Yeah, you know what? I don't think anybody that had any kind of Latin sounding name was ever mentioned. I see Tracy Griffin. I see Lorna Williams and Dana Dane. I see Rosalind Gatewood. So through that inspiration from Mary Hiker, which of course I don't see her yet. I hope she's here today. Through that faux pas, because of that faux pas, I intend. Hi, Lucy Wynn. I bet you she never saw Lucy Wynn on that show. It was always okay. She may have seen a Gwendolyn, or perhaps um, Winifred. I bet you she never saw Winifred. Anything that sounded slightly ethnic, even if it's a hint of ethnicity there, she never saw that person. So, yeah, I'm gonna right some wrongs today. And let's see, is it raining where you guys are? I need to crank up my AC. It's kind of humid in here. All right, so welcome, happy Saturday to one and all. Again, if you guys need to slide over to another channel, that is perfectly okay. You can come back and catch up later. I am totally cool with that. But yesterday there was the question of, are you going on today? And I'm kind of a creature of habit, so once I start like exercising, if I ever start exercising, then it's just habitual for me. So I was just like, oh, I didn't think about that. But because you guys are not just squatties to me, you guys are my constituents. You are my constituents. And so I think very carefully and consider a lot of everything that I do, especially whether or not I'm going to show up. Baron, please get Apple Pay so I can donate to your site. Yeah, it's raining. Okay, all right. I'll make sure I do that. Thank you so much for asking. Okay, so with that, but that's cool though. Nobody's ever asked about the Apple Pay. I didn't even think about it. I do have it, but I just can't access it right now. I think I don't even know how I got it named because I almost never use it. Let me see. Orlando Morris, welcome. Oh, thank you, Jesus. The AC just kicked in. Oh, okay. All right. So let's go on to the next thing, shall we? Unfortunately, I took down the other two Afro Annies, but that's okay because this one happens to be my fave anyway. So hit it. Harry has been out and about playing. Actually, was he just doing calisthenics, or did he play? Yeah, for some reason I thought, oh, he's playing baseball, but I think he was just doing calisthenics. Yeah, he was just doing some calisthenics. So there's our Prince Harry, getting his stretches in and everything. It kind of looks like he's doing a bit of, what do you call that dance, pop locking or break dancing or something like that. Boop 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 boop. Rock it, rock it. So yeah, he's kind of look like he's doing some break dancing, but no, I think he is merely stretching. Yeah, he's stretching. It wasn't a softball game or anything like that, but that's Los Padres polo team. Um, Oh, that is their team logo there. I didn't realize they had a logo. All right, so that's their logo. Um, Los Pedros, what is that? Is something uh, Our Fathers? Yeah, something like that. But that's the name of the mountains behind the polo grounds is Los Pedros Mountains. So that is where the name comes from, and that is their symbol. Okay, moving on. There is another one. Again, he's stretching, he's working it out. They're bonding. Very cool. These I think just popped up last night on the internet. So there's the team colors, and so I'm using that as a background color. Uh oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm looking at that off the corner of my eye. It goes on your card, which you can keep on the card deposit. Yeah. Yeah. Um, okay. Okay. I'll make sure I get the information. I just never used it on here, so I didn't know how to connect to it. But thank you for the inquiry, and I will get to that as soon as possible. Thank you again, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, so there are a couple of the other images from the I guess their exercise session or practice. Bonding, of course. This just goes to show that the Sussexes are not hiding. They are living their life full. They're not afraid of being on camera, but they're not flaunting themselves or using the camera to try to send any messages or anything. The only message that you all need to know is that they are living their best life and there are no leaks in Montecito. There are no leaks in Montecito, and they are living their best life. So that's all anybody needs to know. All right, so that's it for those. I just wanted to make sure that you all were able to see the slides from this week's training or exercise and whatever. I don't know what day they're headed to Narnia, and I'm not going to say if I knew, but I don't know what day they're headed there. But they are going to Narnia at some point for the Platinum Jubilee. Okay, moving on, moving on. Okay, Afro Annie, we need you. Kate Middleton's baby reveal dress looks like it's from Rosemary's Baby, and Twitter is losing it. Well, you know what? This just goes to show you I was not paying any attention to those two at all. I mean, seriously, I was paying no attention to them. I did not make any arrangements to watch their wedding. I think after watching documentaries, perhaps I watched bits and pieces of the wedding, but I never watched it straight through. And even from watching those bits and pieces of it, it was boring. It was boring. Do you hear me? Boring. You have no idea how boring it is. I'm assuming most of y'all didn't watch it. It was so boring. It was like watching paint dry. I mean, if somebody asked me, "Would you like to watch it?" I'd be like, "I'd rather chew broken glass." I'd rather be bitten behind by a snagger-tooth bulldog. I'm good. I'm good. I got a thing, but it was boring. Oh, it was boring. I mean, if it was any indication of who they would turn out to be, um, oh yeah, yeah. It was beautiful, but along with being a beautiful exchange of the most sacred vials, guess what? Vials that is, vials. Oh, you know what? Vowels. Anyway, aside from being one of the most beautiful expression of the most sacred of vows, guess what else it was? Ring. Woo! It was boring. Um, okay, I think you got me. I think you understand. All right, so moving on. Anyone else notice Kate's dress is similar to the Rosemary baby's dress? I had no idea. I mentioned it yesterday but I didn't know that that was a thing on social media. I wasn't on Twitter at that time. I had a Twitter account for a few years now, but I never really used it. And so I it wasn't until, the Royal Sussex, I'm like, okay, I need to be on Twitter because, it helps me research for my work. And as you can see, anyone else notice Kate's dress is similar to the Rosemary baby's dress? Let me see. He chose you, honey. Remember that line from Rosemary's Baby? He chose you, honey. From all the women in the world to be the mother of the only living son, loving Kate Middleton, Rosemary Baby's vibe. I mean, it's no accident, is it? Is it? Kate wearing the same frock as Rosemary did in Rosemary's Baby. Should we be a little bit concerned? Um, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And of course, not to disparage a child, we're not picking on anybody's children, but I mean, she do have those crazy eyes. She got the crazy eyes down. Well, I used to like the Cambridges, but since after the wedding of the Sussexes, it was changed because they couldn't care less about William's baby brother family. Exactly, TP. I was casually into the whole family. And I was like, oh my goodness, the queen and her duty. And, I bought that whole thing about her duty and all that kind of stuff. I watched it on the day Baron, that's a typical royal wedding. Yeah, I know they had a lot of trees, right? It was at Westminster Abbey. I never watched the whole thing through, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't watch it. But like when certain parts come up, I would just kind of skip through. Um, yeah, but I don't know. It was just I never felt any type of connection to the two of them. I never wanted to know more about either one of them. Baron, did you know you could hold your voice that long? Opera singer in your future. I used to sing better than I can now, but my voice is just gone. Years of allergies, and before I got my oral surgery, I was having like really bad postnasal drip and infections and stuff. So, yeah, that part of my life is long behind me. But thank you for that. Let me see. I watched it an online an online friend. Kate's dress was very beautiful. Now I realize her Princess Grace style dress was an indication of her mid 20s, 20th century style. Yes, very mid century, as they say. Very mid century. Okay, let me see. All right, so let's go on. Let's go on. Okay. I'm going to take that away so I can see the screen. Oh, ooh, there it is. Rosemary's Baby. Now, of course, that is a lifted from the screen and added to a photo. But you can clearly see the kind of olive oil-esque collar. It kind of gives me olive oil too for some reason. I think olive oil had the red top with the white pilgrim-like collar. So you got that going on. Yep, that's it. That's it. Doily at the collar, crimson frock. That's the one. That's the one. And okay, so I think I was done with that. As you can see, I already slipped over to the next one. Hit it, Annie. ITV Queen's Jubilee viewers slammed Tom Cruise for stealing the Queen's limelight. Oh, you know what? I love the UK. You guys know I do love the UK. In spite of everything, I had a wonderful time. I'm sure that the people, and I do believe people actively complained about Tom Cruise. I do believe that. Um, of course, not everybody, but just some Brits complained. And I think people have been so indoctrinated with these talking points from the right wing media that whether you're over here or over there, people as a mass seem less and less able to think for themselves. I mean, they are infecting our minds. Yours, mine, everybody. No matter how subtle it is, there's certain things about us that have been changed by the media. There's no way you can drink all of that toxin and not change somewhat, where we tend to question things that really are so innocuous, it's not even worth. Was that my first big word of the day? Oh, did y'all hear that? Innocuous. I'm not sure it was grammatically correct, but I digress. Two big words. I'm on the roll today. Let me see if I can keep that up. Tom Cruise versus Prince William. Now that's embarrassing, right? But I'm not even going to talk about that yet. Let's stay on the other side of the page. So, this is the thing. It was not for certain that the Queen would show up. So, the only way that they could ensure that there was some type of star power available at this event was to make sure that Hollywood showed up. And who is more Hollywood than, um, you know, Tom Cruise? Tom Cruise, he oozes Hollywood. He oozes the glamour and the privilege and all the pomp and circumstance of a Hollywood star. And so, just by chance, the Queen was having a good day. So she showed up. Tom Cruise was doing them a favor. And I'm pretty sure they asked him to come in exchange for him showing the Cambridges attention later in the week, right? It seems to be that's exactly what happened. A little quid pro quo, a little scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Or did anybody else notice that? So, Tom Cruise versus Prince William. Who's the real Top Gun? Picture shows startling. Oh, they're giving me gas. Startling similarities between the actor and the Duke that will take your breath away. Oh, the Duke that will take your breath away. He takes the breath away, all right. He'll take your breath away. Like, for instance, take a look at this. Now that, see, I found myself gasping for air. Yeah, he'll take your breath away, all right. Oh, yeah, he does it every time, as a matter of fact. There's something about him that just is so jarring, it takes your breath away. But in terms of breathtaking, come on, Daily Fail. Come on, even y'all can't pull that off. Come on now. Really? Are we really doing this? Are we going to oh. Anyway, let me get to some comments. Let me see. I'm gonna try to do a catch up as fast as possible. Felicia says, I love the Chambridges too until Harry and Meghan got married and they throwing Harry and Meghan to the media wolves. I just know Egghead and his wife were behind all the hate. That is what's been alleged. Let me see. Baron, find the pic of Will and Kate leaving their wedding and compare it to the pic of Harry and Meghan. Will and Kate sit apart, not touching. William is as far apart from her as the the couch allows. Harry and Meghan sit together. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I'll see if I can find it though. Let me see. You're just saying hi. Hello, sister. Let me see. I'm scrolling. Miss P Talk says, forgive them, Baron. They are not like that even in the workplace. So Justin, just excuse them. Okay, all right. I mean, I'm magnanimous. Ooh, ooh, did you hear that? Magnanimous. Okay, Rosalind says, or is it Rosalind says, Baron, did you notice that black dress Kate had on has a bust, hips, and booty? Seen it sewn into it, right? Let me see. It gave her curves she don't have. I noticed that. I noticed that. I mean, I have a bathing suit photo of Kate. And when I shared it, I've never shared it online because I don't want to be that malicious, but there is a bathing suit photo of Kate. And the person I shared it with said, that's been photoshopped. I said, no, it hasn't. That's the way she's built. No, someone had to have photoshopped that. But if you hold up that photo, or should I say, compare it to the person in that dress, aside from the extra, how does Martin Lawrence say it? Pippity pow. That's her. That's her. The way her frame moves, she's walking in the photo. You can compare it to just about any photo of her. That is her. Nobody has edited or photoshopped or anything. She just has a very narrow frame, a very narrow frame. Her mother has a very similar frame. You can see that in some photos where her mother's wearing pants. And so, like I said, it just for the sake of good taste, I don't share that because that's just way too humiliating. But who knows? I might change my mind in the future. I might change my mind. Let's see how we go after the Jubilee. All right. Thank you so much for your comment. Oh, that's for someone else. Going to stay out of that. Why don't I just go all the way? Well, let me see. Okay. Willie wish he was Tom Cruise. He's older than Rotten Egg and still looks better than him. I noticed that. I noticed that Tom Cruise still, as they say, got it. Let me see. I don't know who made it, but someone on Twitter uploaded a pic comparing Wildemort to Jar Jar Binks. Oh, I got that photo. I got that photo. I do have it. I keep all receipts. I keep all receipts. I try to keep all the receipts I can. But my problem is, I really need to go. Sometimes I can spend the better part of an afternoon trying to, the what am I trying to say? Trying to organize my photos, my receipts and such. Some of them are just like screenshots of whatever story or whatever, just in case I need to come back to it. So I can spend an unspecified amount of time just going through that stuff. So it's like I know I have it, but could I find it if I need it? And sometimes, depending on what it is I need to talk about, I'm gonna find it. But yeah, I got a bit of a system, and yeah, I did keep that photo. But let's see if I can find it. But yeah, Jar Jar Binks. And then, of course, I made one where I compared him to a goat. But yeah, I have like um photos that I like, I tend to just grab photos. And honestly, I only have a handful of photos, if that, of the Cambridges that I've had before before Meghan came on the scene. But before that, I think I had maybe a wedding photo or two or something like that. But and immediately, ever since I heard that there was going to be a wedding, and when the engagement was announced, I was like a vacuum with all of my Sussex photos. And I went through a crash course of learning everything I could about the Duchess of Sussex. And so I like to say, that was what led me to the Sussex Squad, was just that crash course of learning as much about them as possible. So let me see. All right, got it, got it, got it. There it is. There you go. There's Jar Jar Binks, and there is Prince William. I knew I had it. It would be easy to find because the two faces. All I had to do was go to my Williams collections, and there it was. So I go in on William. I do. Every time he makes me mad, which is quite often, I just go in on him. So um, there's an extensive amount of William photos that I keep at the ready just in case I need to disparage him in some way, which is often. Okay, so I am going to go and find one of my creations, that of a comparison of William, which I'm kind of, well, you've seen a few of them, but this one I haven't shown around too much. But oh boy, we're slipping into the petty early today. But huh. Oh, let me see if this is easier. I'll just put that and no, that didn't make it easier. Okay, I'm gonna have to come out of this because I'm not seeing it. But anyway, it was fun. Sorry I won't be able to share it. Oh, but I can share this one. I can share this one. You've seen it already. I can share this one. This is like one of my new faves. Okay, there you go. Enters Lurch. Enters Lurch. Oh, so thank you, Persephone's, for the inspiration. Um, it doesn't take much encouragement. I'm there. Okay, the fail did not do their research. They obviously don't know Tom flies those spider jets for real and does the stunts flying himself. The only plane he did not fly was the F-18 Super Hornet. Vinny Blair, I know that Tom Cruise is a real action hero, but that he's very active in his movie making. But I didn't know about the actual flying part. So, but I'm not surprised. I mean, he has the resources to live out his best dreams. So, okay. Oh, and yeah, thank you for your comment. The blow up dress picture from Australia tour tells a different story. Straight up bean pole with a washing board. Oh man. Thank you for the message, you all. Okay, so let me get rid of Lurch. You rang. You rang. Okay. That, and there we go. What's in those shoes? Tom, 5'7" Cruise stands shoulder to shoulder with 5'9" Kate Middleton at Top Gun Maverick premiere. And then, okay, you guys, I hate, you all know I hate being messy. I hate it. But sometimes they force me to go there. So, as you can see, there seems to be a lack of gratitude for Tom Cruise saving, or should I say, almost having to save the Queen's first platinum jubilee event. And then you have here, Jan Moore says, you all know Jan Moore, don't you? When I saw the name, I'm like, oh my God, did she go there? I know he's a charismatic gnome, but even as a Hollywood A-lister devoted to daredevilry, Tom Cruise gives me the creeps. Let me make sure that's right. I can't see it for the watermark. Yeah, even as a Hollywood A-lister devoted to daredevilry, Tom Cruise gives me the creeps. Tom Cruise gives you the creeps. Tom Cruise gives you the creeps. Tom Cruise gives you, Jan Moore, the creeps. Um, um, do y'all remember that phrase Archie Bunker used to say? Archie Bunker, he always got stuff wrong. He said, "Oh, geez, if that isn't calling the black, what is that? If that isn't the pot calling the black kettle." Archie would say, "If that isn't the black calling the pot kettle." So let me say this to you, Jan Moore. If that isn't the black calling the pot kettle, Tom Cruise, who was once voted the sexiest man alive, gives you the creeps. Bum, bum, bum. Ladies and gentlemen, Jan Moore. Jan flipping Moore. This is the person who says that Tom Cruise gives her the creeps. Yes, I believe what she's trying to say is that he's short, like one of those little garden gnomes. I think that's in reference to being short. And Mo Shannon was the one who explained that to me. Gnome, short. Yeah, yeah. Uh huh. Uh huh. Right. When I saw that and I saw her name, I said, no, she didn't. No, she didn't. Jan Moore. Jan Moore. Jan Moore. Are you serious? Are you serious? have you ever heard have you ever heard the term a face that would stop a truck? Baron, my message was meant for the squatties. William is still angry with the Queen not for consulting him before she granted Harry permission to marry Meghan. Hence, he worked hard to kick them out. I'm sorry if I misquoted or misread something, but thank you for straightening that out. Okay, so it goes on. So this is Jan Moore. Um, Now this one, to be fair to her, she's probably only wearing a minimal amount of makeup, a little lipstick, no, probably a little lip gloss and eyeliner. But here you can see she's gone all out. She's got her hair blow dried. You can see what a vast difference it's made, the fact that she got her hair done. So she's got her hair blow dried. And yes, I she looks very smart. Yes, I could But on the right side, I'm not privileged to any particular information, but I have it on good authority that on most Fridays and Saturday nights, you can find her at home making pastries, as no one has asked her out for quite some time. I guess, I assume, but yeah, so that's her typical Fridays and Saturday nights right there, rolling pastries and doing her hair. But remember, Tom Cruise gives her the creeps. Tom Cruise gives her the creeps. Um, and if you guys think I'm being a bit that way, let me tell you something. This person always got something to say about somebody. And the first time I took notice of her was after she went after the Duchess of Sussex. And so I decided to dig a little bit into her background. She went to a nice school. You know, she's like most of the tabloid reporters, she's not just somebody that showed up. She's connected to a lot of people in a lot of ways, like most of the tabloid reporters, gone to the right schools, know the right people, and of course, the right causes. Pro smoking campaigners were last night hailing the decision to print the Daily Mail on smoking paper, thus enabling readers to burn and inhale Jan Moore. Says one smoker, what's more, I mean, what was one more poison? what's one what's one more poison? So pick or choose your toxins. You can, I don't know, ask her out, or you can take one of her stories, roll it up, and smoke it. I actually found that on the interweb. Can you believe that? But remember, Tom Cruise gives her the creeps. Let me just say this. Let me just say this. I have a very warped sense of humor, and when I say this, I'm being very serious. I would much rather see Tom Cruise slide across the floor in his underwear and a white shirt and socks than I would want to see Jan Moore. I would much rather see Tom Cruise sliding across the floor in white socks, his underwear, briefs, or whatever, then I would want to see Jan Moore sliding across the floor. I'm just saying. I'm just saying for a friend. I would much rather see Tom Cruise do that than to ever in this lifetime, the next lifetime, um, light years from now, I would much rather see Tom Cruise in his underwear. I'm just saying. If anybody asks you, tell them that I said I would rather see Tom Cruise in his drawers. Oh man. And just so you understand why I feel that way, um let me um let me do this. Okay. Let me do this. It's one of the most iconic scenes in any motion picture. This scene has been reproduced. I can't show you the actual video, obviously, but this scene has been reproduced again and again. Tom Cruise comes sliding across the floor in his underwear, and I'm going to try to share it with you right now so that you will understand why I have made that um but so Jan Moore, if you're listening to me, please don't you ever slide across the floor like Tom Cruise. did in the movie Risky Business. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'd rather drink muddy water or sleep out in a hollow log. I'd rather be bitten behind by a raggedy mouth mule. Don't do it. So, yes, if you have seen that movie, that was the iconic scene where Tom Cruise comes sliding from the side of that partition, that threshold. He comes sliding across the floor in his socks. We don't want to see Jan Moore do that, do we? Ever. Jan Moore, don't do that. Please don't do it. Don't ruin a good movie for me. Okay, so let me take a look at some of your comments. Let me see here. The envy and anger directed toward Meghan is anger that neither Harry or Tom Cruise would pick them. Right, he wouldn't pick any of them. Although I don't know. I mean, Jan Moore is a great pastry chef. Let me see. Hello, Baron. Happy Saturday. Ready for a lovely, shady, messy podcast. Well, you're in the right place because I was provocated by a comment made by Jan Moore against a Hollywood actor. Okay, so that's enough of that. Okay, and so long, Tom Cruise. And let's move on. So we are here. Jan Moore, meddling stars like Meghan and AOC just aren't as influential as they think. This was another one of those situations where I just had to speak out. I just had to because I couldn't take it. I just can't take it. I can't. I just can't take it. I can't take such unnecessary criticism of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. So, meddling stars like Meghan and AOC just aren't as influential as they think. Jan Moore, Jan Moore, why? Why, girl? Why? Why do you bother? Why do you just sit there and think of stuff to say? Don't you have, my guess, no, I can answer that question myself. Don't you have better things to do? Obviously not. So I began to get a little suspicious. I said, she looks kind of familiar to me. She reminds me of an old actor, Jack Elam. I wonder if sometime when Jack Elam was in the UK, if perhaps he may have met some nice English woman, and after a night of frolicking and merriment, maybe at some point, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he had a little booty call while he was in London, and all these years later, the results of it is right in front of our eyes, or off to the side, maybe. But right in front of our eyes, or maybe a bit in periphery, maybe just a tad off to the side. But whatever it is, uh, um, I had to think about that. I'm like, let me pull that back. Maybe it's not right in front of our eyes. Maybe it's off to the side. But anyway, it's close. It's close. There may have been some hanky panky that took place when Jack Elam made his last trip to the UK. I'm just saying. So now, who was that? They said they just came here for a little messy. They were ready for some messy. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Hello, are we there yet? You said you came in for a little messy. I think we're there. Okay, so I noticed that someone had mentioned, let me see if I can find the link for the World Central Kitchen. You all talk this one out, and I'm going to post the link here for your donation. So let me just go and grab it. And this will be the link for the squatathon. God, I hope so. Oh, ooh. I tell you what. Let me do the. Yeah. I think this is it. Okay, I got it. Oh, and it says so far the Sussex squad has raised $49,603. Okay, let me see if this works. I'm not that skilled with this, but so I'll put that there, right? And then I want to highlight this so that it will I just put a star on it. Okay, last time I did a star, y'all know what happened. Ooh. Uh click on that link, somebody, and see where it take you to. Maybe I didn't do that right. Okay, that one is starred. Oh, so that's how the star works. Okay, I think I just figured out how that worked. Does it go to the right place? Oh, yeah, because the last time I put a star on somebody, um, I wasn't sure if I hadn't sent them off into another time and space. So, point taken. Let me see if I can do something with that. That is weird. Okay, so let me try this. Uh, so I just did this on another screen and pin message. I've done it. I've done it. I had to go on a different screen to do it. But yeah, I got another screen open. So that's going to stay at the top of the screen. Hey, I just learned something today. So if you all want to go to the World Central Kitchen, and that is the Sussex Squad fundraiser, it's right there at the top of the screen. I just learned how to do something new today. Come on. Come on. Hey. What's that? Please give me a star. You don't have to be a star, baby, to be in my show. Someone somebody knows could be a star in my show. Yeah. Y'all keep saying star. It just brought that song out of me. Okay, so the love child of Jack Elam and some um, British waitress may be somebody else. I don't know. I'm just saying there is a startling, and I do mean startling, resemblance between Jack Elam and said writer. So it's probably no truth to it. I'm just loosely making that connection that Jack Elam may have had business in London and met some trashy waitress or something, who knows, or maybe some posh woman of a country estate who had never seen anything like him before, some town and country woman, and there was a connection made, and you just never know. You just never know. But remember, some writers are just not as influential as they think they are. And some writers just give us the creeps. They give us the creeps. Oh, thank you, Teresa. Thank you. Let me see. These R word people, mules, or yeah, something, need to realize that Meghan doesn't care about any of them. She is living her best life in her $1 million mansion with her loving prince, 2 children, 2 dogs, and rescue chickens, and room for a pony and a Mercedes. Yes. Okay. All right. So I think I was done with those slides. Anyway, okay. Hit it in. I still can't believe I was able to pin that thing up there at the top. I am so if next time you guys, if you all remember, remind me to go to another screen so that if I need to post something at the top of the page, now I know how to do it. I just can't do it on the StreamYard. I have to leave StreamYard and go to another page to do it. So got it. I have to do it on the YouTube, not on the StreamYard. I made that work. I am so happy. I was trying to do that without like closing out the live stream, and it was successful. I didn't make anybody disappear. So yeah, win-win. Okay, thank you, Darnell Rowland. Thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Saturday to you. Her Majesty's Secret Service, Queen, and the royal family have secretly opened their doors to Ukrainian refugees fleeing their homeland. Palace sources say a number of members have vowed to do their bit recently. Royals have made substantial donations but want to keep efforts under wraps. Almost 54,000 have arrived in the United Kingdom under the government scheme. Do you know any refugees in the royal households? Email, even the daily. Why don't Lord Nappyhead just pick up the phone? Why pretend like you don't have access? And if y'all don't know who Lord Nappyhead is, this is Lord Nappyhead, who I think may have a little, let's say, shall we say, African DNA going on there. Lord Nappyhead owns the Daily Fail, and he seems to be very close to the royal family. Why don't he just pick up the phone and ask? Everybody knows how easy it is for them to get certain information. I mean, after all, if there's one thing that we have learned recently, that is the calls are coming from inside the house. The calls are coming from inside the house. That is how Dan Wooten Tootin says it in his creepy, very posh voice. If you all recall, Dan Wooten let the cat out the bag. There's one thing about Dan Wooten is that he is so full of himself and he loves to make known the access. I think he kind of trolls the royals in some way. I think he's actually trolling the royals when he does that. But he says here, Dan Wooten launches a tirade against the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And then in that very creepy, sinister voice, he says, it's so much easier for them to blame anything uncomfortable on the R word rather than address the fact that the negativity toward them is coming from within the royal family. He makes me sick. Do you hear me? Sick! He just makes me sick. I cannot stand him with his little creepy, sinister. It's so much easier. Oh, oh, rescue me, please. He gives me the creeps. He gives me the creeps. Anyway, as I was saying, well, anyway, let's go here. So, reveal Queen and the royal family have secretly opened their doors to their estates to Ukrainian refugees fleeing the war torn nations. Well, I could see a disaster before it unfolds. Are you all going to open those doors to him? Are the Yorks taking in anybody? What could go wrong? Are the Yorks taking in any families from Ukraine? Huh? I wonder because, as you know, the Yorks seem to have a constant money problem. So, are the Yorks taken in any of those families that are fleeing Ukraine? I wonder, because there are so many things that could go wrong if the York household takes in a family from Ukraine. You know, for one thing, they'll find out that certain members of the family have a certain condition that will not allow them to sweat. So I'm just saying, I'm just saying. What do y'all think? Let me take a look at your comments here. Gonna scroll back a little bit. Uh, uh, what? What's up with folks and the mispronunciation of established words and terms? Next. Truth. Teresa Whiteman says, "Oh, that's for someone else." Okay, let me keep moving. Okay. Just think, if Harry was still in the UK, William and Kate still have marriage problems. How would he help this in this situation? Make it make sense. Harry would be as supportive as always, and they would probably turn against him so that they don't have to recognize that they don't get together. I mean, that they don't get along with each other. Hello, Baron and Squatty family. Just woke up in time for a nap and caught you all for the live chat. God bless you all. And as always, we are praying for our Sussex family and Mom Doria and all of God's people. Yes, thank you so much, Jacqueline. I hope you had a fantastic nap. Or what time is it where you are? Okay. Oh, okay. I see that. They're almost at 50,000. Nice. That's good news. If you guys look at the top of the chat, I have pinned there the link where you can go and donate to the World Central Kitchen. Okay. Let me see here. Oh, so they send Jamaicans after losing their citizenship papers, labeling them criminals out of one door and bring their kind of people on another door. Yeah, Teresa Weissman, it appears to be that way. If you are brown, stand down. If you're black, get back. But if you're from Ukraine, y'all look like us. Come on in here. That's what the policy appears to be. Now, I'm sure that the Home Office will have some other way to explain it, but it just appears to be a bit of bias, bigotry, and the usual stuff. Oh, okay. So let me take this guy away and his particular whatever. So there's the Queen in front of the house that has 777 rooms, or what, 779, whatever the number is. It's a big place. I mean, for all intent and purposes, it's like a hotel. It really operates like a hotel. Never mind the Jubilee. Never mind. They don't want it. They don't want it. So I have a bit of a theory here. I saw the Queen walking with her staff, and immediately I thought to myself, Lord have mercy, the Queen is cosplaying Charleston Heston. Those royals love to cosplay, don't they? The Queen is cosplaying Charlton Heston. Have they no self-respect or dignity? She's cosplaying Charlton Heston. Do y'all see that? She has on her cloak. She has her staff. I assume she might have a few hairs they pluck out, but we can't see the beard, but it might be there. And she's got the hair and everything. Now just think, she went into the palace one day with a little salt and pepper hair, and when she come out, she looked like Moses. I'm sorry, I couldn't hold that no longer. But she walked in the door one day with salt and pepper hair, and she came out looking like Moses. She just looked like Moses. Greetings and all the best to everyone. Thank you so much, M. Covington. Thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex, and happy Saturday to you. So there's the Queen looking like she's come to lead the migrants to the promised land, right? They opened the southern border to Ukraine to walk right out, but closed off to everyone else that is black and brown. No R words there with whip on horseback to be found, right? Yeah, I get the whip on horseback. That comes from the southern U.S. border where the marshals were wrangling up black people with whips. And of course, you're absolutely right, Black Queen. They mistreat, and you know what? When the war first started, I was absolutely heartbroken, and I still feel bad. But when I saw, I was like, "Oh Lord, there goes that R word again." Y'all know how they treat us. Y'all know how they treat us. Everything changes when they see that brown skin. Ooh, some things just never change, do it? Everything changed, and all of a sudden they were like, "Oh, wait a minute. We're those kind of people, aren't we?" Now, of course, not everyone in the country is like that. But take a look here. You see the Queen there with her staff, with her rod and thy staff. And right there, you may notice there's the Queen standing on the mount so that she can part the River Thames. You all see the Queen? See her there on the left side? The Queen is standing right there so that she can part the River Thames and bring all those people to the royal residence. She's going to take them to Sandringham, to Balmoral, to Buckingham Palace. They probably won't take them over to the Royal Lodge, but there's a good reason for that. It's probably best, especially, how much money does she have? She can't keep paying people, so it's probably best if she don't take them to the Royal Lodge. But there's several there's several other properties where the Queen can part the River Thames and take those people once they once they arrive in London. I'm just saying. So, as you can see, the Queen has cast thy rod and the waters part. You can tell it's the River Thames because you can see old fast food containers, lots of broken pottery, and the occasional bumper from an old Jaguar. So, that's the River Thames. All that junk in there. And if she could do that, why not just get rid of the pollution? But the Queen cast thy rod, and ye River Thames opened, and the Ukrainians could go and stay at Balmoral. So there you go. See, they're not that kind of family. Okay, so yeah, I think we're done with that. We're going to talk about that other thing that happened. So, oh my goodness, do you guys know we've already been on for over an hour? There's 716 people in here. Thank you all for being here. Don't forget, there is a fundraiser going on, the Sussex Squad podcast. They will be there for about another 4 hours, I think. So, you all still got time to go and make your donations. All right. What? What? What I do? As I say in that very sheepish voice. What? Look at the Queen though. I love that. The Queen is standing there on the rock, and she's parting the River Thames, and the people are clamoring trying to make it to tea. uh Behold, the only thing greater than yourself. uh she had the same stick, and Shaggy rap today. That's why I'm late. My circulation and sinuses. Oh, but this weather right now, the rain and everything, my sinuses are all over the place. All over the place. As a matter of fact, give me 1 second, you guys, so I can take care of my sinus. Ah, that's better. That's better. Okay, so let me take a look at a couple of more comments. Let me see. Rosalind says UK has been putting blacks out of the UK for over a year now. Most of these people were born in the UK. They are not even recognizing their citizenship. Exactly. Exactly. The Commonwealth is good to bolster the image of the UK so it can make sense out of everything that they have, acquired over the years, stolen. It also spells out and explains a lot of reason for the pomp and circumstance. And oh, it's just a mixture of people from different races and backgrounds and stuff like that. But then at the same time, it is still a remnant of the old empire. It was the British Empire, not Commonwealth. Okay, the unroyal family once again failed to realize how our word and ignorant their latest PR stunt makes them look. They even help refugees as long as they are not people of color. Ain't there something? They will part the River Thames to bring them over. They will part the River Thames. Um, Let me see. Karen says, Baron, there is an outrage at the lengthy time it takes to process each visa. At the last count, it was under 2,000. So how come the jump to 56,000? So there's 56,000 unprocessed visas, or is you talking about the 56,000 people that are being led into the country so that they can make sure that the country stays a certain tone for the future? I mean, countries do that all the time. There was a time when Brazil was too brown and they brought in people from Eastern Europe and stuff like that. And it didn't help a whole lot, but they were afraid that Brazil was just too brown for their taste. And so they brought in a lot of white people. Countries do that all the time. They do that all the time. When things are getting too brown, they start bringing in people from Europe, especially Eastern Europe. They don't care if you could sing, dance, type, or operate a fax machine. Long as you're the right color, you're welcome to come in. Check it out if you don't believe me. Connie Bomber says this must be a lesson to remaining Commonwealth countries. Get out now and choose your own people, not the Queen as the head. Come on, Connie Bomber. You tell them. Tell them like it is. Thank you for that. All right, so we are going to find. So if you take a look here, this happened the other day. Why are they even showing her how to buy a ticket? She never bought anything for her whole life. Well, this is in reference to the Queen opening up the new Queen Elizabeth line. There's a new Queen Elizabeth line. There's also a Jubilee line. And then that's Edward telling my man to step back. Yeah, Edward is flexing, trying to show how strong and how hard he is and what a real man he is. So he touches this black gentleman on his arm and told him just step back a bit. It was so condescending. The guy is doing his job. They asked him, he's wearing a tie and everything. They asked him to be the one to help the Queen, to assist the Queen. Why did they ask him? I'm sure it has nothing to do with his complexion, right? Wrong. It's probably everything to do with his complexion because they're just not that kind of family. But I love the comment at the bottom. Not true. She once bought her grandson an 8 million pound helicopter whilst children starved. See what I mean by that very English wit and humor? Yeah, and it's true. She did buy William an $8 million $8 million pound helicopter because he has to be someplace in a hurry, even if it's just a 10-minute drive away. So let's watch that video again. I just happen to have it. And you all can see how Edward, the quiet one, turned into Rambo. Edwina turned into Rambolina. Yes, Edwina turned into Rambolina. Rambolina, a real man, a real tough man, a real sturdy, rugged man.
Just put in going to read it.
On there?
Yes, just step back a second on this way. You see, that's against that. Yep, perfect. So if you see on the screen here, it's here, just put in going to read it.
On there?
Yes, just step back a second on this way. You see, that's against that. Yep, perfect. So if you see on the screen here, it's here, just put in going to read it.
On there?
Yes, just step back a second on this way. You see, that's against that. Yep, perfect. So if you see on the screen here, it's here,
Okay, so I'm going to leave that there so you can look at some of those comments. Someone made this on the Twitter one day, and of course, I had to grab it to share. But yeah, there he is, a real he-man, a real stud, isn't he? Darnell Rowland, thank you so much. Darnell Rowland, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you for joining us on Royal Sussex, and happy Saturday to you. Thank you for being here. So there he is, Rambolina. Ooh, he's tough, ain't he? I mean, he's flexing so he can save his grandmother from that man of color. Now, I think it was Sean yesterday who said he just really wanted to touch a black man. He wanted to get in on that touching a black man action. So I'm of European descent and proud of it. My ancestors worked hard, suffered through the Holocaust. I am a good person and I am not going to apologize for it. Thank you, PQ Mont. And you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to. Everybody has their own history, but some of these countries in Europe have a certain history that they tend to ignore. But we definitely do not choose to blame individual people for policies of the people in power. But the conversations are had in our community, and we want to share those conversations with other community. And of course, there are even people who want their reparations from the government. So PQ Mont, just so that you know, the British were able to end slavery. They were able to end slavery because they paid the slave owners, but they gave no restitution to the people that were enslaved. And if there would have been some consideration for the people that were enslaved, maybe perhaps there's a lot of communities even today that have struggled from then that would have a stronger footing in this world. But it just seems to be continued policies that work against people of color, and in particular, people of African descent. So it's a conversation that must be had. And just as we have to discuss what happened with the Holocaust, well, there's been other Holocausts, like for instance, the transatlantic slave trade. That was a Holocaust. So, you know what? This is an open forum. I never police anybody conversations here. And I'm glad you shared that. And I'm glad you're proud of your history, as I am proud of mine. I hope everybody is proud of their history. And there are conversations that need to be had. I myself have read and watched so many documentaries that discuss the Holocaust. You have no idea. You have no idea how much I've learned about that. So, anyway, Thank you for sharing that. All right. Any other comments? Let me see. Not only is Edward the R word, but he suffers from mommy issues. So he tries his little hardest to make himself useful to mommy dearest. Not the mommy dearest. Okay. Let me see. Edward has never worked. What a boring not to be able to earn your own money or own cash rather. Um, Edward tried to get into acting and producing, but he was a failure, a complete failure. Let me see. Oh, that's for someone else. Let me stay out of that. Hello, Yvonne Clark. Hello, Baron. Sorry I'm late. I'm just glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Let me see. What did they expect from him to attack the queen? Utterly ridiculous. Exactly. Exactly. But again, when it involves people of African descent, when it involves black people, it's just like people's stance all of a sudden changes. You know, well, I'm not even going to bother to explain how I feel about that right now. But we all know the history of black people in the UK, in the United States, and just about every place else. And in spite of all of that, our patriotism, especially during times of war, is right on par, if not better, than other groups of people that may have immigrated or have been stolen and snatched into those countries. And this guy was respectful. He called her ma'am. And the queen is the one to step forward, not him. She's the one who stepped forward to, do her thing. And so when he reached over to explain to her, then all of a sudden, here comes Rambo. Here comes Rambolina. Edwina turns into Rambolina. Ooh, she's so strong, isn't she? I mean, take a look at her. Take a look at the way she wears that maxi coat, right? I mean, it takes a real man to wear a maxi coat like this. You see there? Unbothered by people's jeers and stares and stuff like that. That's Edwina. She's showing off that firm and muscular thigh and pulling that coat back just to be a little flirtatious. I've never seen. Let me pull this away so you can see it. I've never seen a military coat that literally drags. I mean, have you ever seen a military coat with a train? I mean, this guy has a train on his coat. Let me see. Deanna C says the Terminator being a manly man for his mommy. Meanwhile, the guy just went on about his business and helped Miss Elizabeth. Doing something that Edwina lacks his job. Come on, Deanna. Come on, Deanna. You better tell him. You better tell him. Make them recognize. Make them recognize. Okay, so thank you, Sean. 555 rough. Ask Eddie. So let me translate that for you. Sean is saying if you want to sleep rough with a black man, as William once slept rough with a black man, you need only dial 555 RUFF for rough. Sleeping rough with Okay, just for the record, sleeping rough means sleeping out on the street because Williams once slept homeless with a black man, and it was reported that William once slept rough with a black man. So, thank you for that, Sean. Thank you for the super chat, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Let me see. Yvonne Clark, thank you so much for the super chat. It was said that William had a love child, allegedly. Rose, it is all over Europe news. Is it true? I believe you're saying. I don't know. It has been alleged. I have to say it has been alleged, but whether or not it's true, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want the men in gray suits showing up, so I have to say it has been alleged. Okay, but to you all's point, to you all's point, you all, someone just said that Edward was acting like the Terminator. Um, please step back. Oh, at least this young man has an honest job, unlike those mediocre mooching R word inbreds. Well, this is what y'all need to know. Um, Prince Edward is Rambolina, First Blood, Just Step Back. Coming soon to theaters. Prince Edward is Rambolina, First Blood, Just Step Back. So, yeah, I think that Edward may yet find his way to the movies. He is going to appear as a new action film star. That's why he was acting that way. It wasn't that he was being the R word. It was just that he's trying to position himself for a movie career as Rambolina. So there he is, Rambolina, protecting his mom from black men. Yeah, you see there? You never really know a person. He may not look like much when he's wearing those oversized, boxy looking suits, but obviously he's trying to hide that very muscular frame. And you guys, you guys thought he was just hiding something. Well, he is. He's hiding that very muscular frame because Prince Edward is Rambolina. Rambolina coming soon to a theater near you. Okay, sorry for the spoiler alert, but I'm sorry for the spoiler. It's too late for a spoiler alert, but remember, you heard about it first here. Prince Edward is Rambolina. Okay, anybody got any comments? Right? Let me see. Oh, that's for Black Queen. Let me go here. Edward equals royal marshmallow, soft, white, fluffy, and sticky on the inside. Edward equals white flour and sugar with no nutritional value whatsoever. Oh my goodness, that is too funny. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. All right, so I think we're good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, remember, go and see Rambolina at a theater near you. Okay. Okay, what was this one? Squashing the Minnesota. Oh, okay, I know what this is. All right, let me get Annie. Annie for a little break beat, and then we'll go into that one. Okay, squashing the menace of republicanism is our Platinum Queen's crowning achievement. But the biggest challenge ahead will be keeping Britain's diehard ideologues at bay, writes Dominic Sandbrook. In any case, what patriotic Britain would want a colorless non-entity in gray suit like the presidents of Germany? What sane person would envy the chaotic circus of the US presidential politics or the grubby soap opera of the French presidency? Who would relish a British version of Donald Trump or Joe Biden, let alone Nicolas Sarkozy or Emmanuel Macron? Alas, the disease of republicanism will never be completely cured. There will always be the idealists who believe what is it, quadrennial presidential elections will magically solve all Britain's problem, just as they will always be intellectuals whose snobbery and self-loathing fuels their hatred of our institutions. Well, as they say, they wouldn't want anybody like Donald Trump or Joe Biden. I think we've already crossed that bridge when y'all put Boris Johnson in there. I think we've already crossed that bridge with Boris Johnson. He has all the elements of a Donald J. Trump, everything. He's all about the Donald J. Trump. So, what else is there? What else is there? I mean, how much further do you have to dive in order to get to that point? I mean, he's there. All you have to do is knock on the door at number 10. They're going to invite you in for a drink. Even if there's a global pandemic, they're going to invite you in for a drink and everything else. It's there for you. Okay. So, anything else? Anybody? Okay, I'm going to look at some comments here. Oh, that's for Pamela Porter. I'm out of it. Let me see. I agree. We have a common purpose here, and it does not. Are we still talking about PQ Mont? Is that what that's about? I mean, I see there's a conversation going on there, but I was just going to stay out of it. I mean, everybody's welcome here. Everybody's welcome here, and having pride in one's self is acceptable. I think that's good. But I mean, if we're going to talk about one history, we need to discuss all history. That's all I'm saying. I have, studied all sides of history whenever I can. And there seems to be common ingredients to most problems in the world. But I don't know. But you guys work that out. I'm not going to get involved with that. So, okay. Murdoch, Scum Son, and Daily Fail Tory puppets. This illustration was just happened to have been found on the Twitter, and I just thought I would share it. It seems like they're holding him down to indoctrinate him with all of the Tory politics of the day. Well, the only thing that's wrong with this image is that they're holding him down. I don't think that it takes that much to get that information into him. So anybody? Okay. Okay, then we'll move on. All right, so let me do this. Let me go with okay. Kate Middleton and Prince William body language after the false breakup report was so tense. Well, you know what, guys? Occasionally you're going to find that there are body language experts that will cross over to the other side. Well, not really cross over to the other side. Maybe they're just telling it like it is. Kate might be walking beside Prince William, but the look on her face says that she's a million miles away, Cobb says. Her face says she's a million miles away. How is that possible? I mean, let's take a look at her face. She seems altogether there to me. She doesn't seem like she's someplace else. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I get that. I get that. All right. Well, what about when she's with? Yeah, she's someplace else. Never mind. I got that wrong. Not only is she a million miles away, I mean, she's in orbit. Okay, she's in orbit. So, I got that wrong. Let me see. All right, so let's go to. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't finish this one, did I? Cobb says nothing that while the royal couple is leading with the same foot, which indicates that they are in sync, their body language is off. William's right hand is balled into a loose fist, which suggests that he's feeling a bit tense, Cobb explains. A happy couple usually don't let anything in between them. And yet Kate is holding her clutch in her right hand, which is a physical barrier to William. This doesn't allow him to hold hand if he wanted to. Wow. Huh. Let me see if I can find one of those photos. Let me see if I can find one where you can see the two of them side by side, and William is not allowed to take that little bony hand of hers. Um, I guess I'm gonna have to go back. Let me see. Oh no, I don't have one there, and I know I have one of the two of. Oh, look, there's Rambolina. I know I have one of the two of them. But anyway, y'all seen enough of those photos. But no, I kind of want to see one. Let me see if I can find one from yesterday. I'm surprised I didn't have a file ready for that, but that's today. And is this it? Let me see. Let me see. I got this. Oh no, that's not it. That's me in Windsor. Let me see. Let me see if I can make this happen. Oh, there we go. There we go. I got it. I got it. So, yes, yes. She has her clutch in her right hand, and there, um, okay, I get it. And William is unable to take her right hand with his left hand because the clutch prevents him from doing so. Okay, and so by the time she reached the steps, then and this was on the way to the the premiere. This was on the way to the premiere. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. And this is the queen looking on with disgust. Okay. I mean, I don't have to go through these pictures, but why don't I? This is where she wore white to another woman's wedding. Uh-huh. That's again where she wore white to another woman's wedding. But don't forget, if you look at the picture in the middle, the tabloids said that it was actually the one on the left is supposed to be yellow at another woman's wedding. But months, 2 years later, 3 years, 4 years later, in the middle, the tabloids say that that recycled dress is white. Okay. Just wanted to put that out there on the permanent record again. But yeah, so it is true. Her right hand was blocked with her clutch. Okay, got it. Thank you for that, body language expert. So anyway, that's it. That's it. Okay. Any comments, anybody? Um, okay, I still see that situation is going on. Lydia, you say not today, but an honest dialogue may be needed. I think that's still the same thing. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Let me see. What you read as hate is more resentment than anything else. The history is the reason enough for that. It is not a hate against white people. Certainly not, Persephonus. Thank you for saying that. Okay, well, I can see that that is still going on, but I got work to do. So I'm just going to keep going, you all. Let me know when we good. All right, so let me go find Annie. Okay. From the Caribbean to Canada, the message couldn't be clearer. Prince Charles told Face to Face, your mother needs to apologize to Canada's Indigenous people. Canada doesn't want a king. The monarchy is fading fast. It's time Canada abolish it. And then there in smaller print it says, I don't know what it says, but let me remind y'all of something. When the Cornwall and the Prince of Wales was in Canada on one of their several visits, they were actually laughing at an indigenous song, and well, that happened. And so it caused a great deal of embarrassment for a lot of people. But Charles and his emotional support, Camilla, they just carried on and on. Camilla seemed to be inconsolable, and um, it was a disaster. I mean, it I well, I sometimes I get into my little fits of laughing, but I'm not there to represent the crown. Prince Charles and his emotional support, Camilla, is. It was a disgusting display. I don't know that they ever apologized, but it was pretty sad. Um, yeah, so that's that. I think I was through with that. Pierce Morgan's rating for uncensored plummeted to the lowest yet. What was that? Lowest yet? The latest episode ends at just 10,000 views. 10,000 views? Several of the squatty channels, that is, squatty, uh, what am I trying to say? Sussex friendly channels. Several Sussex friendly channels, including Royal Sussex, usually gets about 10,000 views. And then there, Pierce Morgan's book sells about 5,650 copies in the US. Again, I like that one at the bottom. It says, "My copy is going to charity." Obviously. So, Pierce Morgan is still floundering. Oh, you know what? These are not in order. That's what the problem is. I knew it was something else. This is Canada. They have pulled down the statue of Queen Victoria. They have pulled down, I believe it's a Queen Elizabeth statue. Both those statues were pulled down in one of the provinces or territories that is mostly inhabited by native Canadians. So, um, yeah, it just is an indication that this idea that Charles and Camilla should go there haven't made fun of people. And this Jubilee, 7 is supposed to be a lucky number. The 70th year, 7 is supposed to be a lucky number, but not for the crown. Not for the crown. So, and I think that was it for that. Yes, it was. Okay. Any comments before we go on? Anybody? Let me see. Pamela Porter says, Mo, I feel the same. Squatties are international people of all races. We welcome everyone of goodwill here to support Harry and Meghan. I'm done with this. Pamela Porter, that is beautiful. Thank you for saying that. Oh, there we go. Teresa Weissman says 10,000 views. I kind of think, Piss needs to give it up. Maybe he's playing the long game. Okay. Let me see. Deanna. Oh, that's for Deanna C. I'm going to stay out of that. Is this another one? Let me see. We're all children of God and we shall love each other and respect each other. And most of all, respect Mr. Barron for this channel. Oh, thank you, Verda Sanchez, that he has created for us to show our love and support. Oh, thank you, Verda Sanchez. Okay. Let me see, especially when the people are cold, hungry, neglected, pay packets are low, and so much more. This jubilee is ridiculous. Yeah, it really is. The timing could not be worse. It could not be worse. Let me see. Baron, I also read Chuck was talking about visiting California to see his That has got to be a tabloid story. That has got to be some tabloid nonsense. It's just got to be. I'm kind of bummed out that Mary Hiker doesn't seem to be here because I made that romper room thing for her, but I don't think she's been on, has she? Okay. Let me see. The Royals are failing at every single thing. Yes, they are. it's such an outdated institution. Um, let me see. Berta, you say, oh, there we go. Berta, you say, Miss Lydia, I am a true child of God, as most of you are, and I will spread peace and love wherever I go. Amen to that. So, I wasn't able to keep up with the conversation, but I hope we're good by the end of this, right? At least I hope so. But yeah, I the channel is not meant for one person or the other. It's long as our values are pretty much in alignment where the Sussexes are concerned, and of course where tolerance and respect is concerned, we're entitled to our opinions, but don't go there. Please don't go there. I mean, I like to have the open conversation. I mean, I don't um, police what you all talk about, but my goodness, um, I hope that's not going to be like a ongoing thing. So that's all I can say about it. Is I like the idea of having an open forum. Yes, and no bad energy here. Thank you. No bad energy. Everybody's got their history, and for the most part, we don't blame anybody individually except for those in power that are the ones who are the decision makers, or somebody who goes to a supermarket and shoot down a bunch of elderly black women and men. um, then that's the issue. That's something that needs to be discussed. Is why is that person there? What motivated that person? He had a manifesto and everything. That deserves to be discussed. Wherever that type of energy is coming from, that needs to be a topic of discussion. But to say that I'm going to walk out the door and the first white person I see, I'm going to grab them by their collar. Did you see what happened? No, life's just not like that. None of us live our lives like that, I hope. But things have happened. Things continue to happen. I mean, look at those statues. How offensive is that? While there's hollowed earth with the bodies of children in graves with no names, much like some of those slave graves across the United States, with no names, hollowed earth with no names of people who lived and died, either suffering or in servitude, or both, of people against their will. What happened in Canada was an atrocity, but there are many of them. But do I blame everybody in Canada? No, no, absolutely not. So, anyway, you guys, I hope we're good. I'm not sorry that the conversation was had, but especially if it means that there's a better understanding. But I don't think in any way this channel has ever been anti anybody, as far as I know. Has it, or have I missed something? Okay, so let's move on with this. So this guy right here. Wait a minute, I forgot his name already. Roland Murray. Murray, right? Roland Murray. There you can see the Duchess of Sussex wearing one of his dresses. Um, it is those simple, clean lines that our Duchess is so attracted to. Simple, clean lines. So I want you to study these photos because there's a weird camera angle that kind of makes it look a little claustrophobic for our Duchess, but it's certainly not. They are good friends. And so this is the very same photo, but as you can see, they have taken it from here and put it on that solid gray backdrop. That's all. But yeah, when I saw that photo, it kind of creeped me out. So that's probably why I'm like the last person that talked about this in the squattydom, is because I'm like, ugh, this looks a little too, um, a little bit too touchy feely for my case. You know what I mean? I just don't like people all over the Duchess of Sussex. Oh, thank you, Pamela Porter. Baron, your channel has always been open and accepting. I hope so. That's was what I was hoping for. But you guys, while I'm doing this, I can't police the conversation. So that's what the moderators are usually do very well. So If I missed anything, I do apologize, but and chances are I won't go back and look at it later because it's difficult just to get through all the comments and try to keep up with those. So um I don't know. Play nice, y'all. Play nice. Play nice, cheering. Okay, so that's that with that photo and this one. So Roland is an A-list favorite thanks to his galaxy dress. He also rumored to be designing Meghan's evening dress for the royal wedding, which I don't think that happened. It was rumored, but I don't think that happened. Meghan Markle goes to designer Roland Moray launches sustainable bridal collection. The fashion designer has created pieces you can wear long after your wedding is over. Well, I'm not going to show you all those pieces, but apparently, sustainable is one of the things that I saw that. Yeah, that's what, I'm only just now talking about this. I told you the picture kind of made me cringe, and I was just like, I ain't talking about that. But I decided since I looked into his background and everything and learned a little bit more about him, I decided, okay, well, he's worth talking about. I mean, sustainable fashion, as you know, there are some issues with the fact that fashion has become very disposable. And so now that there are more sustainable fashions, um, oh, I just saw that. Wait a minute, where is that at? Oh, she's at the fundraiser. Good. Where are we at now with the fundraiser, by the way? I don't know if anybody wants to say, but that's good. I'm glad that she's you know, doing something today. I'm glad. All right. So where was I? Oh, there we go. So let me see. November 2019, Chloe Best, weddings and home editor. Your wedding dress is likely to be one of your most expensive outfits you'll ever wear, and one you may only wear once before storing it away, which is why fashion designer Roland Moray, a favorite of the Duchess of Sussex, has been inspired to design a sustainable range of bridal wear you'll be able to continue wearing long after the wedding is over. Set to be hit with modern brides set to be a hit with modern brides who want to rethink the traditional wedding dress. The white collection features minimalistic gowns, jumpsuits, and separates. Oh, jumpsuits. I wonder if that's what the Countess of Wessex was wearing that time, that blue jumpsuit. Please tell me it wasn't. And we think Meghan would definitely approve. The Duchess of Sussex has been a fan and a friend of Roland since long before joining the royal family and stepped out in the designer's Barwick dress on the night before her wedding in May 2018. Well, that's it right there. That's one of the dresses. Meghan wore a Roland Moray dress on the night before the royal wedding. There. There you go. So you can see the designer in action. She's worn quite a few of his pieces whilst in the royal family. So there you go. Once I learned a little bit more about it, I'm like, okay, I think I'll talk about it, even if the guy is a little sweaty for my taste. Let me see. Audrey Teschner, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. And happy Saturday to you. Okay. Oh, there it is. We are at $52,034. Again, if you look at the top of the chat, you'll find pinned by Royal Sussex is a link that will take you to the World Central Kitchen Squadathon fundraiser. But if you use that link, the Sussex Squad will be the ones that are named with the donation. It will come from you and the Squaddies. So you definitely want to use that link because if you go and search World Central Kitchen on your own, you can make a donation. it is greatly needed and surely greatly appreciated. But if you want them to know that it comes from the Sussex squad, like right now, it is clear that the Sussex squad has donated $52,034. So that's the best way to do it, is to use that link. So Deanna C says in her super chat, Meghan wearing those shorts and people naturally noticing her bottom triggered Kate to pull on her to pull on her struggle bottom pads for the premiere. Not even Photoshop couldn't help her. That's one of the things that was trending on Twitter was they're saying that this look was padded. Those pads that apparently you can buy on Amazon, which gave her the ample bottom just for the day. So let me see if I can find one of those. I don't see one handy. Let me see. That's May 19th. So let me try May 19th. May 19th. That's number 4. Let me try number 3. Nope, not number 3. Maybe. Okay, I don't think I have a picture of the any other pictures of the padded bottom, but oh, look at that face. Look at that face. Okay, this is where we left off. Thank you so much, Deanna C. Thank you for being a member, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Thank you for the super chat too. Okay. Oh, the sequin gown. Oh, really? I didn't know that. So you say it might be the same designer. Okay. I'll have to check into that. I remember the sequin gown. Try this today and ran into a funny site. So I decided to go to Sussex Squad for safety. Too many scammers. Oh, okay. Yeah, and it is a lot of scammers out there. It is a lot of scammers. Oh, speaking of scams, did you all get any money from did you all get some money from Zucker? From Zucker? Is it Zuckerberg? Did you all get any money from Zuckerberg for Facebook accounts? If you all filled out a thing about the facial recognition thing, mascara, you didn't get any? You didn't get any money? Y'all, Zuckerberg had to pay out. Facebook had to pay out because there was a class action lawsuit about them using your likeness for the facial recognition without your consent. So some of us received checks because my PayPal is linked to my Facebook account. I received mine through PayPal. So if you guys, there we go. Deanna C says, yes, a random PayPal deposit. I was surprised. Well, Deanna C, let me tell you what happened. I saw, yes, that's the exact amount. I saw a, what do you call it? Email that said PayPal. And I saw the amount. I said, Lord, this is a scam. This is a scam. I'm not falling for it. But let me go check my PayPal account. I looked at my PayPal account. I didn't have to do anything. The money was just there. So if you have a PayPal and you haven't used it lately, you can go check your PayPal. And then you can take some of that money and donate it to the World Central Kitchen. See how that works out? Oh, I'm sorry, Patricia and Catherine and who else? Mascara. The thing is, Mo, you got yours. I know Mo and I called. Did I call you or you called me? Either way, we called one another to verify that we got our money. And yeah, so oh, Church Nelly, you could have went to the riverboat, girl. You should have a, well, it's too late now. If you would have had one, surely you would have had some money so that you can go to the riverboat. But now, I don't know. Okay. Could you imagine if the Pats would have fell off in front of Tom Cruise? Do you pick them up for her? Do you ignore it? Or do you point and laugh? Woo! I love that. I love that. Okay, so moving on. Princess Lenore starting UWC Atlantic College in September 2021, and Harry and Meghan in Morocco in February 2019, while Meghan was pregnant with Archie. Well, look at that. Look at that. Huh? Look at that. How about that? It's like a mirror image. The striped shirt, the army green jacket, the jeans. I don't know about the boots, but yeah, what a coinky dink. So just something that was shared on the Twitter sphere. Okay. Good Lord, it's been 2 hours already. Platinum Jubilee. Prince Andrew, Harry, and Meghan are likely to attend St. Paul's Church cathedral service. One royal commentator said a possible public appearance by Andrew seemed a clear misstep, but the celebrations could be an opportunity for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, says another. So, as you know, there was that article from the Express. Oh, they're desperate, aren't they? Queen told to rethink Jubilee balcony snub as there's a desire to have Harry back. Well, they said Harry said no to the balcony. The palace decided to spin the information so that it looked like they told Harry no balcony. But the truth is, I believe the Sussexes just didn't want to go out there anyway. So there you have it. All right. And then this, I don't know who was there. This is like an online magazine, and they always seem to find the most unflattering, the most uncontracted, invisible contracted photos of the Duchess of Cambridge. Now, you all have seen the photos that are airbrushed. These are obviously not airbrushed. When I first saw it, I didn't notice that that was Kate. I thought, oh, wow, look at Tom Cruise helping that elderly woman up the steps. I thought he was helping some pensioner, get to the restroom or the Jello mold or whatever buffet or something. But I thought, oh, that's so nice of Tom Cruise helping that nice elderly woman, only for me to find out that it was the Duchess of Cambridge. I was shocked. Kate Middleton allegedly having breakdown over face down with Meghan Markle, royal gossip says. Well, I don't know how true that is. I don't know how true that is. But let's go on. Per Women's Day, Middleton isn't so excited about the Platinum Jubilee. Sources say her heart sank when she learned that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle would be attending festivities. The Sussexes announced their planned attendance not long after Queen Elizabeth confirmed that only working royals would be allowed on the balcony. Middleton supposedly believes this timing was a deliberate attempt to steal her grandmother's thunder. Kate can't believe that she's, as the future queen, is having to deal with all this. A source says Meghan would know Kate is a sensitive person, and this would be getting her to her. Middleton is reportedly dreading the day and fears she won't be able to hide it. An insider says, unlike Meghan, She's no actress and finds it difficult to mask her true feelings. She's no actress. She's no actress. Well, the thing is, um, let me go here. Does this look like somebody who can? Oh, yeah, I see what they mean. I see what they mean. So this photo, I'm going to tell you where I got these from. Do y'all want to know where I got these from? I'll tell you. Um, as I was so involved with the Sussexes for the past 4 years, occasionally I would see images of Kate and I would just grab them because I thought they might be useful later. So this photo, or these photos rather, were taken at a rather peculiar time when Kate was out shopping at some retail shop on the high street. And as you can see, she has her shopping bag. What you can't see are the bodyguards, but Kate was just out on the street. There was no pomp or circumstance. She was snapped, and those images made it into the tabloids. So, me being very enterprising thought, gosh, she looks bad. Let me save those photos. And so there they are, snap one, snap two, snap three. This is Kate's appearance before Meghan came back to the UK after they were banished to Canada. After they went back to the UK, and the Sussexes made that victory round where they went around from one group, one charity, all that stuff. Do you remember when Meghan wore this? Yes, it was that week before that. And of course, the red cape dress, the green cape dress. That was when Megan went back and showed them how to dress like a real modern royal princess. And Kate was mad. Ooh, she was hot. Look at her. Look at her. Because she knew this was coming. She knew that Megan was going to sail into town on a cloud of optimism, full of glory and celebration, full of beauty and charm. And most of all, she knows how to dress. And Kate, poor Kate, was out on the high street, didn't know what to do. So, like most women who really don't work and got all day, she went shopping. She went shopping. And then a week later, this happened amongst other outfits. And anyway, the Sussexes had one of their best weekends as working royals. But of course, it was also one of their last weeks as working royals. But you know what they say, if you got to go, go out with a smile. And so that's exactly what our Duchess did. So that was poor Kate before Meghan came back on a wave of optimism, beauty, integrity. And poor Kate side eyed the camera in despair, in hostility, because of the fact that Meghan was about to sock it to her just one more time before they stepped down from official royal duties. So that's why I saved those photos. I saw it in the tabloid and I'm just like, I don't think I ever want to forget this moment. I don't ever want to forget this moment. So that's my sinister laugh. Oh, poor Kate. And yes, this is how I wanted to end those slides. So, you guys, that's the real Kate Middleton. All that grinning and grinning, that's not the actual person. That rather hostile, you see that? That's the real Kate. That's when her guard is down. That's Kate. That's Kate when her guard is down. So if you read somewhere that she and William have gotten into a shouting match and all that kind of stuff, that's the real Kate. That's the Kate that they don't want us to see. As you can see, no invisible contract. Those photos are rendered as they actually are, with her looking rather withered, angry, combative, bitter, if you will. That's Kate Middleton. That's Kate, a chip off the old air hostess. Yeah, a chip off the old air hostess, Kate Middleton. So that's why I saved those, because I just thought, you know what? I want to remember this moment. I didn't even know why I needed it. I just kept them. Look at her, mouth askew, pursed lips. And then, of course, woo, she's hot. She's coming back. So imagine if this is the way she felt then. Could you imagine what she's thinking right now? Can you imagine what's going on in that head? Can you imagine? Yes, Kate. She's coming back one more time. She's coming back. And just think, you're only going to have to do this occasionally for probably the rest of your life. But so, who's the actress now? Who's the actress now? If you ask me, this looks like acting. That looks like acting. And we all know that that whole piano thing, the Phantom of Westminster Abbey, everybody knows that was acting. Yep. See, that's the real Kate. Acting Kate. Okay. And with that, I think that was it for all of my slides today. I managed to put about 4 of them together. And let me see, the fundraiser is still going on. You guys have like another 3 hours to get over there and make your contribution if you haven't already. Or you can just use the link at the top, but still go over and show support. Um, I let me see. Anyway, let's give love to our faves. We don't want to forget that, because we always remember the Queen of Hearts, Princess Diana, and the Queen of Everything, Queen Doria. Look, and there's that outfit again. Okay, comments, anybody? I hope we're good with everything now, you guys. I noticed that the words back and forth have kind of disappeared. And bringing the drama to cover for their fear of losing the spotlight is a primary mean girl syndrome. Didn't we just hear she made Eugenie cry? Teresa Weissman, thank you for your comment. Thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex. Connie Balmer, yesterday Connie Balmer was like, Baron, please make sure you do your show today. And I'm here, Connie. I'm here. And I had to think about it. I really wasn't sure up until the very last. I said to myself, for what it's worth, I mean, some people expect that on a Saturday. So here I am, and I'm glad. At first, I was still kind of like, is this the right time? But I'm glad you guys are here, and thank you for those of you that was a little more insistent upon me being here today. I appreciate it. Again, you guys are not just squatties, but you are my constituents, and having a your input really does make a difference. So thank you for that. Let me see. Lydia says, well, she has 12 days to be ready. The Sussexes will be there soon. Yes. Let me go back to the other ones. There you go. Oh, God, I love those. I love those. I wonder, you know what? I can tell you exactly when I saved those photos, because if I go to Kate's photos, right? If I go to her photos and I scroll through, these are some of the March 7th, 2020. March the 7th, 2020. That's when I save those photos. I saved those photos March 7, 2020 at 12:47. I can't tell if that's AM or PM. Knowing me, it's probably PM. But yeah, I just I'm telling you, I keep my receipts, y'all. I keep my receipts. Thank you, Baron, as always, squad. Y'all never fail. Oh, Crystal Scott, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. You know what, guys? I cannot say this enough. You all make the channel. You all have made the channel. I'm just here to help facilitate, and that's why I hate that you know there were words today, but you know, if at the end of the day, like a soap opera, or not a soap opera, but like a sitcom, like a comedy sitcom, if we can all just come back together with respect for one another, that's all we need to do. That's all we need to do, is just to make sure that we respect one another. And sometimes things get a little tense, but we're not a monolith, as they say. They should, let me see, they should know competition, both of them, because they are individual self and body types. Yeah, they are. They are very individual. Uh, okay, Felicia Mosley says, bye, Squatties and Baron, and to the Squatties that fight for the good. Uh, fight that. Blah. Squatties that fight the good fight. Oh, I'm sorry about that. All right, all right, all right. So, as usual, I can take a hint. I can definitely take a hint, and as such, okay. First of all, I had this ready, right? I had this ready because I don't know, for some reason I thought Sean was going to say something to me, and the one time that I had it ready, guess what? Sean didn't say it, but it's implied. Even if he doesn't say it, he said it, right? Right.
Yes, Prince. Trenchtown want $245 billion. That's what Trenchtown wants. $345 billion. Yes, thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what Trenchtown wants. Yes. What do you mean?
Okay, okay. I thought we might have a little fun. Okay, you guys. Before we ginger revenge, remember to go over, if you haven't already. You still got time to listen to more of the Sussex Squad podcast. At the top of the chat, you should find where you can grab that link and donate to the worldcentralkitchen.org so that you can contribute to Jose Andreas's uh, World Central Kitchen. They have gone all over the world to feed people in times of crisis. I mean, what brings us together better than food? Well, of course, Trenchtown Man also
Yes.
brings us together, but Trenchtown Man has a way of bringing us together, right? So, yeah, that's what Trenchtown want. They want them to bring us together. Yeah, what do you mean? So, in the spirit of Trenchtown, excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. In the spirit of Trenchtown, man, go over to the Sussex Squad podcast, or you can also use the link above. Why not do both and make your contribution to the World Central Kitchen? If you are unable to contribute, the other thing that you should do anyway is share the link. Share the link so that others will have the opportunity to find the World Central Kitchen. Tell them, hey, I know y'all tired of me talking about Harry and Meghan all the time, but it's for a worthy cause. It's important to me. Therefore, it should be important to you, right? So, for the people in your life that you know and love, tell them the same thing I just said, and maybe. Yes, if you are able, World Central Kitchen is a great cause. Thank you for that, Lydia. Let me see. Oh, Sean, you say my name is William. Me and my wife just lost half the Commonwealth, and I was wondering if I can join the Sussex squad. Grandmother is peed off. I don't know if you were gone or not, but we were just talking about you. So I just played that video, your favorite video, but oh, I know what you're talking about. Hold on. I got you, and thank you for the super chat. I can take a hint. And if you all need to get out of here and get over to Sussex Squad Podcast, feel free to do so. Don't forget, Duchess of Impact also premiered today, but I'm just going to hang out here for a little while longer. And let me see, Sean, let me see if I can help gauge the Queen's reaction. Let me see if I can help gauge the Queen's reaction. I think I know exactly to what you are speaking of, and I do have it here. Give me just a second. But yes, the Queen, known for her rather animated reactions to most things, was no doubt acting in a very curious way when there she is, right there. This is how the Queen reacts to certain news from the Cambridges and such. One more time. Here we go. You all know that this is the go-to photo of the Queen on a lot of the thumbnails. There are like 1 million thumbnails out there with the Queen making this face. So, oh man, I had to think about that for a second, but yes, I'm way ahead of you. I got it. Let me see. Okay, so that being said, I will be back tomorrow. As you know, daily and consistent uploads has been for over a year now, for over 6 million views. As I said, like Oprah, for over 6 million views. So thank you all for that. And okay. Before I go, one of my favorite beginnings of any of my edited videos. This one is like one of my favorite openings for an edited video. This is kind of weird, and mind you, I'm not worried about these people in any way whatsoever because they are very well taken care of, but Kate has gone with the Groucho Marx eyebrows for some reason, don't know why, but people are saying that Well, maybe she's trying to send a bit of a signal to Meghan because she's wearing the same outfit that she last wore when Meghan was at the cenotaph for the Remembrance Day. The reason why I think that is probably true, that either she's trying to mock the Duchess of Sussex, or she's sending a plea for help to the Duchess of Sussex, or maybe, I don't know what she's doing, but the hat doesn't really go with the military style coat dress that she's wearing. Totally wrong hat for that outfit. So the hat looks incredibly similar to the hat worn by the Duchess of Sussex. Okay, so yeah, that was like one of my favorites, the Kate. Oh my goodness, I love that one. That one gets me. Kate. Like I'm wringing my hands with despair. Oh, thank you so much, Black Cougar. Thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex, and thank you for the super sticker. Now, it's just one more that I want to share. Just one more. I hope I don't have to show too much of it to get to the fun part. If it is too long, I'm just gonna have to what I say. Okay. And then I got to get out of here, guys. But I am having so much fun that I kind of hate to leave. But let me see if I can make this work. Well, I have some some news from the Duchess of Cornwall. Now, I don't know if this is really happening or did somebody overhear the Duchess of Cornwall and the Prince of Wales having some more of their naughty talk. See, I really can't tell whether they're talking about, food or if they're talking about, nookie, intimacy. It's hard to tell with them because Prince Charles and the Duchess of Cornwall have been known to speak in code when they're allegedly speaking about, their knickers and other stuff. So apparently in the quiet corner of Clarence House garden sits their Royal Highness's organic vegetable patch. Featuring potatoes, kale, squash, carrots, beetroots, runner beans, and more. Again, are we really talking about vegetables? Because you know how they are. For older people, they tend to have code language for certain things. You know what I mean? So if you're familiar with the Duchess of Cornwall and Prince Charles and their, I guess, bedroom talk, you know that I'm saying, are they talking about vegetables or aren't they talking about vegetables? We really don't know. Like here, it says the Duchess of Rothesay tells how mice and voles devoured her strawberries and ate the asparagus roots she planted. Camilla says vegetable patch was invaded by rodents. So that's what I'm saying. When it comes to the to those kind of randy old people, you never know what they're talking about. That's all I'm saying. So, in this tweet, it says the royal family breaks silence over Brexit food shortages sweeping the nation. So, this is about as much as I ever want to think about the Duchess of Cornwall's garden. And at that, I should probably stop because this is getting too weird. So, someone else replied to the tweets, and they said, "We won't." We won't be seeing their veggies at Aldi's, will we? Oh, so, and then someone else tweeted, "I don't know, I'm sure they'll try to flog the rotten." I'm sure they'll try to flog the rotten bits to the peasants. And someone else tweeted, "Probably have mice teeth marks in them." Oh. Again, are we still talking about Camilla's garden? But you just have to love Camilla. Just because, you know what I mean? I knew I wasn't going to get through this. Well, fortunately, with this article, they were nice enough to show some photos of Camilla's garden. And I think I've even found a scarecrow. It's so lifelike. It scared me. Oh, but that was so nice of him to take us into Camilla's garden. Oh, but like I said, when it comes to Camilla and Charles, you don't know whether it's code or if they're actually talking about some real physical thing. So that's why I said I'm not sure if there's what their intentions were. But anyway, that's it for now. If that didn't make any sense to you, that makes two of us. Okay. I was having too much fun with that. I was going to stop it sooner, but I was like, I don't know. I'm having too much fun. So, okay, the last word of the day. I was literally crying. I was literally crying when I made that. I was sitting there wiping tears away from my eyes. Okay, you guys, go to the fundraiser. Make sure if you can, you donate. Also share it. Let's hope that nobody has munched away at your runner beans or. Woo! Okay, last word of the day. Lydia says, "Have a blessed day, family. Thank you for joining." Yes, absolutely. Thank you for saying that, Lydia. All right, so Ginger Avenger, and then we're out of here. Okay, thank you, Ginger Avenge. Ginger Avenge, where are you, Ginger? There we go. Beetroots, runner beans, kale. Talk dirty to me. Oh man. All right, you guys. Not only did I stay on here past the time I intended to, I don't think I've ever been on this long. So, and to think I almost didn't show up today. Ain't that something? I wouldn't have had this fun. All right, you guys, I am going to go and try to take a peek and see what I have been missing all day. Maybe I'll see y'all over there, maybe not. But it's been fun. And remember, y'all still got over almost 3 hours to watch the. No, it's longer than that. You got almost 4 hours because it ends 6 o'clock our time. No, 5 o'clock our time. Yeah, so almost 2.5 hours, a little over that. So go and do that if you can. If not, anyway, I'll see y'all tomorrow. And it's been a good one. Thank you. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Oh, Connie, you had a lot to do with that. I was going through the comments last night, and I'm like, Connie Palmer. Okay, I'll do it. All right, so long, Maurice. So long. Pamela Porta, thank you. Cookies and Cream, Gwendolyn Daniels, thank you. Mary H. Reaper Henderson, thank you. All right, I'm out.